think the Speaker has said to a number of people, he can speak for himself, but he's apparently said to a number of people they're leaving at the end of the week. So all I have said is practically impossible, even though we reach an agreement, to craft it, get it through the Senate, get it through the House before Christmas. That doesn't mean it's not important. And even though we've been emphasizing the border, I want to remind everybody of the importance of Ukraine. We heard from the president today. He is inspirational. They have fought one of our biggest adversaries for almost 2 years now. We're not losing track of that. It's just that border security applies to us as well. And that's why we've emphasized so much that subject in the last few days.
So, this morning, Leader Mcconnell and I welcomed President Zelenskyy to the Senate, his third visit to the Capitol, in a meeting like no other. He was extremely persuasive. This is a moment we must meet. If Ukraine falls, it will be a historic, colossal tragedy. Historians will look back on this, not 2 weeks from now, but years from now, and say this was one of the turning points where Western civilization took a dramatic turn downward, where the U.S. abandoned its ally.
I wish Republicans thought that funding for Ukraine was as important as they have said it is. I wish that they were not demanding that we settle one of the most difficult and vexing domestic political issues in order to save Ukraine and Europe. But we remain at the table. We have put serious proposals on the table that respond to Republican concerns. And now is the time for Republicans to get in closing mode. We don't have time on our side. We are willing to meet Republicans in the middle. They have to be willing to be there as well.
I called Speaker Johnson last night and urged him to stay. I spoke to Leader Mcconnell right after the Zelenskyy meeting and urged him to stay. If it's an emergency, as so many Republicans have said on the border and many have said about Ukraine, you don't go home for 3 weeks. It'll be much harder to do in January, everyone admits that, than it is today.